180.
Now the first carry here for Todd Gurley. And from the 25, they work this to the 29, a gain of 4. Tackle there by Alex Anzalone. Tough running there. That's a hard-earned 4 yards.
Yeah, those are the unsung kind of runs. They don't fill up the stat sheet, but they do set you up in good position on second down.
Second and 6, just inside the 30. Now Goff will hand this one to Gurley. And he works his way forward for a couple up past the 30.
Sometimes you're aligned perfectly and the play comes to you, and sometimes you got to cover some ground to go make the play, as we just saw there.
We saw a great example of perseverance right there on that play.
Got to be careful. They might want to throw one over his head as this game progresses.
And they'll look to avoid an early 3 and out here on 3rd and 4. Here's Goff. He's got his target. It's the tight end, Tyler Higbee. And he's going to have the first down, yardage to the 35. First down, L.A. Goff finding Higbee. Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10. Out of the gun, Goff. And that one's complete to Gurley. And he'll go out of bounds, it looks like, right at the 40.
I like it, I like it, I like it. Get everyone involved in the passing game. And you know you can create those great mismatches throwing it to your guys out of the backfield.
And on the first drive, that can also help establish some rhythm, right?
I think so, and gets everyone involved. They feel like they're part of it and really gets them amped up as they go forward.
That throw good for only a couple. It brings up 3rd down.
And it's 3rd down.
And for the Saints here on 3rd down, an extra defensive back on the field. Goff throwing again. And that will be incomplete. Not the opening possession they were looking for, especially on the road.
No doubt about it, because they wanted to come out and establish a little momentum right away. But now bringing up a 4th down, an empty possession, not what they were seeking.
On is the punter, Hecker, as he gets this one away.
Let's go old school there. That's absolutely a great coffin corner punt. Someone's put some time in working on that, hasn't it?
Seems like every year these guys get better and better. It's amazing how they can command that football through the air.
Yeah, they used to actually practice with hula hoops where they place them and try and put them there. Now a lot of guys use barrels on the sidelines to try and put the football in one.
So Bree's going to lead the Saints up here, 1st and 10 from back at their own 10-yard line. From the gun, it's Breeze. Now he'll dump it underneath to his running back, complete. And able to get it across the 20 before they get to it. Solid way to start the drive, 13 yards, picking up the first.
Nice little nifty play for him there. Yeah, that's the ability to read a defense and utilize players that don't often get picked up in coverage easily. And I'm talking about being able to use the backside of the backfield. Because I know that when I used to cover, hey, we got everybody oh, he just snuck out there, and they just got a nice first down there.
What do we love to say? Get those backs into space, right? And they were able to do that there. Nice pickup on first down. So after the run for no gain, here's 2nd and 10. Shotgun now for Breeze. He's got his all-pro receiver, Michael Thomas. He's at the 40. Past the 20. 10. Touchdown, New Orleans. Michael Thomas, 77 yards. And they are able to strike first here on their opening drive. An ideal start for them, really. You force the punt, and then you go down and score.
And you've got to see a fist pump on the sideline from the head coach, don't you? Because he's turned into his bench, and he's telling his team, this is how we prepare. Force the punt, go downfield and score. I told you guys, it's just like a boxer in the gym preparing for the fight. Now we get to turn it all loose.
Set to begin their next drive, the Rams offense at the line. They punted last time they had it. What steps, Charles, you think they have to take to make sure they don't do that again?
Well, let's just go to the football 101, the trade expression 101. Win first down. Make 5, 6, 7 yards on first down and make it a 2nd and 3, 2nd and manageable. Keep accumulating first downs that way. Keep moving the football. You don't want to get behind the sticks because then the defense has the advantage.
On first down, it's Gurley. Credit him with a 1-yard gain there to make it 2nd and 9.
One thing to keep in mind, partner, especially in the second half, when you've got a running back of this size, of these dimensions, I can just tell you, attrition does set in for a defense because you're excited about hitting him in the first half. Maybe not so much in the second half, and some of these shorter gains turn into bigger runs later.
On 2nd and 9, Goff, and that is incomplete. Eli Apple, good to the core there as he gets in and knocks it away.
There are a good number of coaches that any time they call an in route are really worried about the play because there's so much traffic ordinarily that the ball has to get through to get to the receiver. And on that play, it was batted down.
And they'll need to get to the 35 if they want to keep this drive going on 3rd down.
Hey, Team 6.
From the gun, here's Goff. They got him in. It's Woods. And this is going to be another first down as the tackle's made at the Saints' 30.
Well, we always hear about the connections some quarterbacks have with certain receivers. I think this guy has a connection with just about everyone. Didn't mind throwing it in there against double coverage to him.
Shows some confidence, supreme confidence.
Big-time confidence that he would make the play for him, and he did.
And now a throw on first down there, but it's incomplete.
You get a tight end like this, and you know he's used to dishing out punishment, but here, he's one that has to absorb the contact, and as a result, unable to hold on to the football.
Ball on the 30 as they come up 2nd and 10. They got a man over the middle. It's Woods. And they'll get 9 there as that sets them up better for 3rd down.
You can see the time and effort and thought that they put into their passing game because it was evident right there. It looks like a simple pitch and catch, but you and I both know that they had planned for this and worked hard to make it happen.
Pilot, 64, win. Switch it.
He may try and run for this. And he will have the first down across the 20 to the 19-yard line. Only a yard there on the keeper, but that's all he needed. First down. After one, 7-0 on EA Sports. This will be the first red zone opportunity now for the Rams. 1st and 10 at the 19. A play fake to Gurley. Now Goff. And he's going to be taken down here. A sack back at the 32. Sheldon Rankins abruptly ends that play with a sack.
It's interesting, partner, that most defenses try and guard the 35-yard line actively because they think the way kickers are nowadays, about a 52-yard field goal, they're kind of giving up points. But you get even deeper into territory, you get into the red zone, they're going to guard it even more, which means more pressure, more blitzing.
Up front, the struggles continue for this offense among the line. What can they do? Change the play calling? What?
I think part of that, yes, changing some of the play calls, some screens, some draws, some misdirection. You want to run any type of a play that will influence these guys and continue to get upfield and find a way to use that against them and slip things in behind them. So some quick passes could work as well.
It'll be a gain of 8, but it'll also lead to a 4th down.
One thing I can say pretty safely, that route is not called if you don't have a guy who can throw the ball and put some mustard on it. Because if you're going to lollipop it in the middle of the field, bad things usually happen. It takes a strong-arm guy who can rifle it in there, and they were able to successfully complete that one.
So the field goal there caps what winds up to be an 11-play drive.
Well, partner, that's a lot of offense to run there to only get 3 points. So I just wonder, are they going to recycle those plays because they were successful in getting 3? Or do you go to another section of the playbook trying to find ones that get you into the end zone and get you 6?
The Saints offense on the field, ready to get their drive started. And for them, a touchdown their last go-around. Obviously, they'll be hoping to do that again.
And when you start plotting for this drive, when you start thinking to yourself, okay, what are we going to do? You don't go away from what you did before because that worked, but you have to be prepared for wrinkles and counters because you know they'll make some adjustments.
Well, the first play of the drive lost 4. Now they'll look to move it forward here on 2nd and 14. Working from the gun, it's Breeze. And this is a catch by Ted Ginn. And he is out of bounds right around the 34. A good pickup there, 13 yards as they get closer for 3rd down.
Yellow waiting. 54. Here we go.
Breeze to throw on 3rd and 1. And that is incomplete.
You hear the calls for a penalty, but I just don't think so. I think in this situation, the defender was making sure his guy couldn't hold on to the football. So I don't see anything that warranted a flag.
No, I'm with you. There was contact, but I'm happy they kept that flag in the back pocket. And here's Morstead now as he sends this one away. The offense now at the line, ready for their next drive. And a methodical drive last time, but they couldn't get that knockout blow. They had to settle for 3.
But you got to like what they've been doing along the way, right? It's almost like the body blows, the setup punch. As you said, they didn't get the...
Todd Gurley, wave goodbye. Touchdown, L.A. Todd Gurley, 83 yards. And the Rams have taken the lead. Well, he's used to running it that distance. Here he had to catch it, too, before making the run. Heck of a play for the score.
There's not many things better for an offense than a back who is a complete guy who can run it and catch it. And we just saw him complete a big-time play for a touchdown.
Now after the touchdown, it's Zerline. He'll kick it away. It's a short kick, taking it to 15. And they're going to start this drive in pretty good shape as they get it up past the 30. The offense back out there at the line, ready for their next drive. And they're coming off a 3-and-out, my friend.
I think they've got to look at that play sheet and go to a spot that they haven't gone before. Time to shake things up a little bit to try and get this offense moving.
Okay, so how do you do that? How do you shake things up?
You look at what you've called before, realize it hasn't worked
so
well.
Go to something else.
And maybe try and find one of those special plays from one of your better players, and maybe try and hit something big and get things going in the excitement area.
A 2nd down pass play there, but it's incomplete. So he can't hang on, and as I watch that unfold, I remembered an expression that I've heard, maybe from you, I don't know, but you're going to get hit anyways, might as well hold on to the ball.
Well, you know a coach said that, right?
Yeah.
Not an actual player. No chance at all. Way easier said than done.
Now they face a 3rd and 10 after back-to-back incompletions. Breeze now. He rifles one that's intercepted. Picked off by Aqib Talib. And they will set up shop in enemy territory at the 42-yard line.
When we talk about Aqib Talib, technique is not the word that comes to mind, but don't worry about that. This guy anticipates as well as anyone in the league, and he did just that, picking off another pass.
Goff turns and gives to Gurley. Just a yard on the pickup there, and it'll bring up a 2nd and 9.
That was a particularly nice play because not only was it his job to force the play inside, he was actually able to fold inside himself and make the tackle ultimately. Very nicely done.
The run only got a yard. Here's 2nd and 9.
Let's go, baby. Turn it up. Get that ball. 6-6. Pull it high. 6-6. 6-6. 6-6. 6-6. 6-6. 6-6. 6-6. 6-6. 6-6. 6-6. 6-6. 6-6. 6-6. 6-6. 6-6. 6-6. 6-6. 6-6. 6-6. 6-6. 6-6. 6-6. 6-6. 6-6. 6-6. 6-6. 6-6. 6-6. 6-6. 6-6. 6-6. 6-6. 6-6. 6-6. 6-6. 6-6. 6-6. 6-6. 6-6. 6-6. 6-6. 6-6. 6-6. 6-6. 6-6. 6-6. 6-6. 6-6. 6-6. 6-6. 6-6. 6-6. 6-6. 6-6. 6-6. 6-6. 6-6. 6-6. 6-6. 6-6. 6-6. 6-6. 6-6. 6-6. 6-6. 6-6. 6-6. 6-6. 6-6. 6-6. 6-6. 6-6. 6-6. 6-
Gone. It's caught left side by Cooks. And he's taken down inside the 30. 11 yards there, first down.
Again, 11 on the play. And the Rams first down.
2 minutes remaining in the first half. 10-7, our score. A reminder, coming up at halftime, Jonathan Coachman will join us from Orlando with our halftime report. But business to take care of before we get there.
A 2-minute drill before the coach's 2-minute drill.
Now a nice play defensively on first down as this is knocked away and incomplete.
It's always a battle. Who's going to win on first down, the offense or the defense? Let's face it, if you've got the ball, 4 yards or more on first down is what you're aiming for. They tried to throw for it there. Nice effort to knock that one away and bring up second down.
This pass from Goff to Everett, the tight end. It's a pickup of 17 and a first down.
Nice play call, a little bit of play action right there. If you can get those linebackers to freeze for just a split second, that's usually all the room you need in order to get it to your tight end.
Goff going to hand it to Gurley. And he'll get this one down to about the 10-yard line. Give him a couple on the carry there, 2nd and 8.
The passing game's been working quite well so far, but the running game's been a little bit of a struggle, and that's a surprise to me. Typically, when you can throw it, you've opened up lanes for your runners.
The last run good for 2. Here's 2nd and 8.
Let's go, Heavy. Heavy, what you got? What you got, Heavy? What you got, Heavy? Give me some. Give me some.
Just beating the play clock is gone. This will be caught just inside the 10. And now they're inside the 10 as he's brought down at the 9. Now third down is looming. A pickup of 2 on first down and just 1 yard there. The Rams on third down. They've converted 3 out of 5 thus far. This is 3rd and 7. Goff now looks to throw. That is caught at the 7-yard line. They're able to convert on third down, and that sets up a 1st and goal. And just in general, Charles, on a play like that, how tough is it for the defense to account for a running back essentially being a receiver downfield?
It's very difficult, especially if the running back has skills like a receiver, and you're aware of that before the game even begins. So throughout your practice sessions, you're going to want to be aware.
And he takes it across for a Rams touchdown. Todd Gurley with his 2nd touchdown here in this first half. And the Rams tack on to their advantage. And that'll give them a 2-score lead here, but I'm looking ahead. They just want to hold it for the final moments here in the second quarter. They don't want to give up anything on the other side.
No, not at all, because if they don't, it almost had the feel of an imposing their will score. And right now, they want to make sure they keep that and carry it into the second half.
Let's go. Let's go. Let's go.
At their own 25-yard line.
Getting set for their next drive, the New Orleans offense. You've got less than 30 seconds left here in the half. You're well on your own side of the field. What are we doing here, Coach Davis?
Well, I'm trying something on first down, and it's something that's safe. It's something that's been done many times before. A lot of people say it's not even worth trying, but I'm running a draw. I'm running a screen. I'm seeing if something pops. And if it does, that can alter my strategy and potentially get me some points. And if it doesn't work, well, then you just run the clock out and go to the locker room.
An incomplete pass leads to 2nd and 10 from the 25.
What we got? What we got? Check 52. Hey, break it down, fellas. Break it down.
Now Breeze. And that is incomplete. Down to 15 seconds now. He was trying to get it to his running back, Alvin Kamara. And it's 3rd down. So back-to-back incompletions, and that has him staring at a 3rd and 10. To throw, it's Breeze. He gets this one complete to Traquan Smith. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. Now a timeout taken. Perhaps a chance for one more quick play and then another timeout if they hurry. We'll see. Breeze now 4 out of 10 throwing the ball in this first half, but he's got a first down here. Now Breeze again. And the Rams got him. They bring him down. So we've hit intermission. It's halftime. This is the NFL, and it's a presentation of EA Sports. Welcome back. Halftime over. We are ready for quarter number 3. Alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gordon. Both teams appear ready for the fight ahead, and we resume action here in quarter number 3.
Come on, fellas.
The Saints offense on the field, ready to get their drive started. They have the ball here for the inaugural drive of the second half. Pretty big deficit, though. We'll see what adjustments were made in that locker room.
And I never want to make something more important than it actually is, right? I don't want to create more hype than what is there. But this is I'm doing it, though. This is a really important drive. And we often talk about teams scripting plays to start a game. A lot of them script to start the second half, too. And they're scripting something that they expect to get them into the end zone and back into this game.
We'll see if that script is a good one for him. On the ground, Kamara. And he went nowhere. He'll lose yardage back to the 29. That'll be a loss of a yard, and it leads to a third down.
But these guys are going to chop into that deficit. They're going to have to do a much better job in the run game. Caught behind the line of scrimmage, no yardage to be found.
This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on third down. Looking for Thomas, but that's intercepted. Picked off by the safety, Eric Weddle. And he will score. Touchdown, L.A. Those free safeties, they get to sit back there if they've got good pass rushers like this team does. Read like a book. He read it like a book and took it in for 6.
And if they use their eyes well and their anticipation skills, they can make big plays, just as what we saw. A free safety's dream. Follow the football, go to it, and take it the other way.
So they'll get another shot on offense following that pick 6. And now the kick is away.
The Saints take over first and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
The offense now at the line, ready for their next drive. And fresh off the pick 6, they've got to forget about that quickly.
In this case now, the guy throwing the ball, he's got to be like what we talk about with defensive backs who get beat for a long touchdown. Short-term memory, right back out there doing the things that he does best, and knowing that taking care of the ball is paramount. Here's his opportunity.
All comes back to those defensive backs for the former DB, right?
I don't know where that comes from. It just kind of emerges out of me for some reason.
It's deep in there, right? Now a pass hauled in downfield. A gain there of 30 big ones. Obviously, they're not where they want to be right now on the scoreboard. Big plays like that, though, that'll trend them in the right direction.
Yeah, a few more like that, they'll be right back in the game. And if they can continue to do that, maybe they'll inspire their defense as well and get a few stops.
The throw from Breeze into the hands of Smith. So a nice job to break the one tackle, but not much daylight after that as he's brought down.
And when you're playing a quarterback with some experience and some moxie, you enter the danger zone when you decide to blitz him, because if he's able to diagnose as he did on that play, he can hurt you downfield.
He reads defenses so well, doesn't he?
He really does, and the best part about that play for him, I don't think that was his primary target.
I don't think so either.
I think he had the read, figured out where the blitz was coming from, and went to a secondary target for a really nice gain.
Officially, it will go as a 1-yard loss, and that's going to lead to a third down.
I like the idea to mix it up from time to time because, let's face it, you can't be predictable. But the execution was a little lacking on this one, right? They might want to go back to the drawing board with that call.
You kill.
Now Breeze on third down. And down he goes on the pressure from the Rams defense. Aaron Donald able to get in there for his second sack of the afternoon. Here's Thomas Morstead now as he'll kick it away for the second time. And problems spreading to the punt team now. This one goes all the way into the end zone on the fly, so that'll come back to the 20. Set to begin their next drive, the Rams offense at the line. Now, they've got the lead here getting late into the third quarter. The passing game for them, it's been terrific. We've seen that, but the rushing game almost non-existent.
And with the lead and trying to finish this game.
And that's caught inside the 30. Goff finding Cooks on a big play. 58 yards.
That's a big-time pitch and catch right there. And, partner, I remember the days when quarterbacks would try this. They were holding their breath. But nowadays, they're counting on their receiver to be just a little bit better than the defensive back when it's one-on-one and the ball's in the air like that.
So barely time to catch our breath. Here's 1st and 10 just outside the red zone. Gurley. And he'll go down here at the 12-yard line. 10 yards on the pickup there, and it'll be 2nd down.
Sometimes with the running game, you've just got to stick with it. Look, it's the third quarter, no time to panic. But that also doesn't mean you just do it the same way you've been doing it the entire ball game. Maybe change up some blocking assignments or run a few different plays, but stay with the overall essence of the running game.
That's complete right around the 8. And he couldn't quite get there. Tackled down at the 1. 11 yards there, 1st down.
Good throw, good catch, but I really like the route. The drag and being able to run away from defenders, hard to stick with them for that long.
Yeah, better against man than zone, or?
Better against man, because now you're running away from someone and you're not running into a defensive player in another zone.
They'll try and push it in with Gurley. And he is into the end zone. Touchdown, Los Angeles. Punching it in from a yard away. And the Rams tack on to their advantage. He's got the hat trick. 3 touchdowns now.
Did you throw yours? Did you throw yours out?
I didn't have mine. You've got yours. You've got one of those Abe Lincoln hats.
Yeah, and that stovepipe is going right out there for him. A nose for the end zone. 3rd time today. I think he deserves a tip of the cap.
Now after the touchdown, it's Zerline. He'll kick it away.
The Saints take over 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
Ready.
The offense back out there at the line, ready for their next drive. They are right now just ice cold. I mean, they have struggled big time in this game, and they're getting blown out. How do they adjust?
So tough, because we always talk about it being a team game, and you need all 11 working well together. But every now and then, partner, you need that one guy who can make a play against all odds that maybe can ignite things. And I think that's what they're looking for right now.
Yeah, you talk about going to your playmakers. They probably need to do it.
Find someone that you're used to touching the football that makes big plays and give them that opportunity to maybe wake up everyone else.
So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10. Breeze now to throw. And he's going to be intercepted a 3rd time. Picked off by the linebacker, Corey Littleton.
Well, this defensive pressure has been constant all game long. The pass rush, the coverage, they've all been excellent, and now they'll tack on an interception here as this one continues to slip just further and further out of hand.
The offense now at the line, ready for their next drive. Now, that turnover might just about do it. Here, 4th quarter, the lead that you've got, they can just run the football, run the clock.
Exactly right. They played smart, a couple of 1st downs, and this one should just about be over.
And this has been a familiar sight all afternoon as they stop him behind the line.
Well, Brandon, pace comes into play now because they've got the advantage. They've got the football, but they've got to be very careful about what speed they're going to play. You know, my music teacher back in New Paltz, Mrs. Bythema Bagley, used to say, don't go prestissimo when you really want to go largo. And what she meant by that is don't go too fast when you really want to go at a nice, slow, deliberate pace.
I am speechless. I am without speech. Now, meanwhile, a pass that should have been intercepted, but it winds up falling incomplete. He was in search of his tight end, Tyler Higbee, and it's 3rd down.
Cut. 180.
Don't let him breathe. Don't let him breathe. Play it tight deep.
A shotgun snap for Goff. Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Von Bell. And the return this time will go out to the 42-yard line. So they get the takeaway, but that's just step one. They still have a lot of work to do.
But they don't want to focus on that now. Now it's about getting the ball in the end zone and hoping they can take it away again.
Yeah, still a 3-score game, though, fourth quarter.
5-9.
So after the INT, it's Breeze. Out of the backfield, that's complete to Kamara. It'll be a pickup of only a yard, and that'll make this a second down. They only got a yard out of that last completion, and that makes this 2nd and 9. Throwing now is Breeze. And he'll work it across midfield inside the 45. 15 yards on the play, first down. You cannot write these guys off just yet, not with a quarterback like that under center.
You mean it actually crossed your mind with him running the team that you could actually maybe write this game off?
Not yet.
Not a chance. Not with him. We've seen it too many times.
And the throw left sideline here is caught, but they'll rule it incomplete. Couldn't keep his feet in. Second down. Just nothing there again. He's been sacked multiple times. We've seen the interceptions, of course. He's really been through the ringer, hasn't he?
And what we've seen is a defense is well coordinated. The front and the back really in sync. The front putting on the pressure. The backside being ball hawks and picking passes off.
Back to the air on second down. It's Breeze. Caught on the left side by Ginn. 8 yards on the completion, but now they face third down.
When you see zone defense and you know you've got a drag route on as your primary call, you've got to be really careful as a passer about how far you let your guy go because he might wander into some tough coverage.
Breeze on the draw, gives to Kamara. He needed 2, he got 1, and that's going to leave him with 4th down and a yard. He has just been completely taken out of this game. We're in the fourth quarter. He's single digits in the rushing department.
And I know we look at him because the numbers do go to his production, but how about the guys blocking for him? They don't just have his number as a ball carrier. They've got the number of the offensive line and the other guys because they're getting to him before he can get started.
They're already slim hopes are going to ride on this one. They'll go on 4th down. Breeze going to go on 4th down. And he finds Cook. And he's got the first as they'll bring him down at the 28-yard line. No reason not to try it there, and they do indeed convert on 4th.
Ready. 95, 56. 54.
Let's go, D. Let's go.
Breeze now on 1st down. Ginn has it complete. And inside the 20 before he's brought down. The Saints passing game in sync and moving the football. It's a 1st down. Breeze going to come up here, 1st and 10. And he's 5 for 6 now throwing the ball on this drive. Here's Breeze to throw. That is caught. Traquan Smith. Touchdown Saints. Traquan Smith there to make the grab. And the Saints make some inroads here to that deficit. Now Breeze will bring the Saints offense up to go for 2 here.
Hey, come on, now. Come on, now. We go 21, 21.
54 is Mike. 54 is Mike. Check, check. Watch 54. Watch 54.
Here we go, D. Here I come. Here I come.
Breeze to throw again. And it's caught. And he will get into the end zone to shave 2 more points off the deficit. 2 scores down, 3 timeouts left. Still a chance if they can somehow get this one back. And the hands team for the Rams able to secure the football. Well, fourth quarter, they felt like they needed the football back. Unfortunately, they couldn't get it.
And I know we've brought analytics into the game, and someone has said here that the data says that when a team's expecting an onside kick, 80% of the time, the team expecting it, they do actually recover the ball, which is what we saw here. I just wonder if that number is much more of a anecdotal type of a number.
And he's taken down here by the Saints. And now, defensively, they're going to burn their first timeout. Remember, they get an extra time built in coming up here shortly at the 2-minute warning. Got to assume this defense will be charging again here. It's 2nd and 15. And he's going to go down again. Sheldon Rankins picks up his second sack of the afternoon. 2 minutes left to play in this football game here on EA Sports. So it's Rams football here as we get you reset. They've got a 3rd down now as they look for one more first down to help salt this one away. It'll be a gain of 4, but it won't be enough. It leaves them with a 4th down now. And now right out of the 2-minute break, we'll get a timeout used defensively with 1:56 to go. Here's Johnny Hacker now as he'll punt it away for the 2nd time. His first punt, 48 yards. This one looks equally as good.
That is how you flip field position. That's an absolute bomb of a punt. Downs it inside the 5-yard line. Absolutely ideal.
From that position, you're hoping to get it down inside the 15, inside the 5. Superb. Getting set for their next drive, the New Orleans offense. And that last drive, a long drive, but not just that. They had a great air attack going. Do they stick with that?
I would think that they would, because if they were confident enough to do it on the last drive, starting backed up in their own territory, why would you change anything? They've got to be confident about what they're presenting and continue to do so.
Yeah, because the secondary, they really look clueless.
And that was amazing because that drive went and went, no adjustments, and no big plays by the defense to knock the ball away.
Now a deep ball there on 2nd down, but it'll wind up incomplete. The offense on 3rd down tonight, they've had their troubles, just 1 for 6. They're looking at 3rd and a few inches. Working from the gun, it's Breeze. And Ken's got it. And they're going to get the first down here across the 15-yard line. Breeze to another long-time vet, Ginn, for the New Orleans first. Here's Breeze. Over the middle to Smith. And they're going to get this beyond the 40 before he's taken down. A good pickup there, 26 yards. Breeze now on first down. This is caught by Ginn. Now the Saints will use their 3rd and final timeout as the clock will stop with 33 seconds remaining.
First and 10 at the 39-yard line.
So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10.
3 bud, 3 bud, 3 bud. Out. Kill. Hatchet. General West.
Again, they'll throw with Breeze. This is complete to Michael Thomas. And he's taken down inside the 30. 11 more yards that go around, a first down as well. Breeze going to come up here, 1st and 10. And he's 5 for 6 now throwing the ball on this drive. Throwing the out route and complete. That's Smith. Same exact result as last play, a pickup of 11.
That's good for the Saints. First down. 1st and 10 at the 17-yard line.
Ready? 5-8. 5-4. And we're pretty quiet, D. We're pretty quiet.
Into the red zone, it's Breeze. That's going to be caught at the 10-yard line. And he is out of bounds, getting it down to the 10. 7 yards, the pickup on the pitch and catch.
It's a gain of 7. Brings up 2nd and 3.
Able to get 7 on that first down pass play. 2nd and 3. One final try here for Breeze. This is caught. And he'll be brought down here at the 3-yard line. Well, partner, even though my phone alarm failed me this morning and missed our AM workout, we still made it through this thing together, didn't we?
Well, you always know I need extra workouts just to keep up with you, so it doesn't matter. But thanks for sharing a booth, and thanks for being our quarterback.
Yeah, you're the quarterback. Always a pleasure, my friend.